Molweni, Sanibonani, Dumela, Awusheni. Hello everybody, and welcome back to African Xhosa ASMR. Please don't forget to click the join button, which is the blue button right next to the red subscribe button. And if you already have clicked the join button, you will forever have a special place in my heart. And thank you very much. Based on the title, this is going to be an ASMR true crime video, whereby we'll talk about what happened before, during, and after the disappearance of Philile Gumede. To the world, she might have just been a teacher, but to her family, friends, colleagues, and students, she was a star. She had the ability to mold young minds into flashes of brilliance with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. I'm pretty sure we all had that one teacher who positively impacted our lives by simply believing in us when we did not believe in ourselves. Philile was that teacher to many of her students, and that is why they were all so devastated to hear about her disappearance when she did not show up to class on Monday. The big question her friends, family, colleagues, and students all had in mind was what happened to Philile, because there is no way she could have just vanished into thin air. And who was the last person to see Philile before she went missing? Because that person might provide clues, possibly, of what happened to Philile. In today's video, we will try to tackle all these perplexing questions. And without further ado, let's get started. Now, for a bit of background, Philile was a 23-year-old grade 8 teacher at Belesang Secondary School in Soshanguve. On the 21st of April in 2017, Philile graduated from the Tshwane University of Technology with an honors degree in education. She was so excited that she finally graduated, and prior to her graduation, she had already been teaching at Belesang Secondary School for quite some time. So, the day after her graduation, which was on the 22nd of April in 2017, and it was on a Saturday, she decided to go out with her boyfriend. And unfortunately, this was the very last time Philile was ever seen. On Monday morning, Philile did not show up to class. And this was so unlike her because she took her work very seriously. Her colleagues were concerned and they started calling her and trying to get a hold of her via a cell phone, but her cell phone went right straight to voicemail. So they decided to call Philile Gumede, who is Philile's sister. Philile then went to the Soshanguve police station to file a missing persons report. Philile was last seen on the 22nd of April in 2017. Like I said earlier, she was wearing a t-shirt, a grey sweater, and light blue jeans. And since the very last person to see Philile before she went missing was her boyfriend was Edwin Steinbach. She was 31 years of age and from Gezina. Edwin was called, there's a bird out there. Edwin was called at the police station for questioning since he was the very last person to see Philile before she went missing. And according to Mr. Steinbach, he dropped Philile off at the Soshanguve Crossing Mall because she wanted to purchase a couple of items. So the police decided to go to the Soshanguve Crossing Mall, and they took a look at the CCTV footage only to find out that Mr. Steinbach nor Philile showed up at the mall on that day. A month later, Edwin Steinbach was arrested for perjury because the police believed that he had lied to them. And let us bear in mind that Edwin was arrested for allegedly lying to the police about his whereabouts with Philile, but he was never allegedly arrested for the actual disappearance of Philile Gumede. The next day after his arrest, Mr. Edwin Steinbach appeared at the magistrate court in Soshanguve, and he was released from prison on 1,000 rands bail. 1,000 South African rands is approximately around $69 by the time of filming this video. According to Philile's family, the police never took this case seriously, and Mr. Steinbach was not willing to cooperate with the police nor the family. According to the family, when they tried to get answers from Mr. Steinbach, the only thing he said was he dropped her off at the mall and that was it. According to Zandile, Philile's sister, she states, and I quote, "One day we were told one thing. The next day we were told something else. I don't know what to believe anymore," claims Zandile. The family believes or suspects that her boyfriend at the time, Mr. Edwin Steinbach, has information that could help unlock this mystery, but unfortunately is not willing to cooperate with them. In September of 2017, Mr. Steinbach appeared back in court. Philile Gumede's family, friends, colleagues and the department were all there to listen to the verdict, only to hear that the states have decided to withdraw the case due to insufficient evidence. A month later, the case was closed. According to the word on the street or speculations around the community, the case was dropped because after 6 months in a missing persons case, after 6 months, the case gets closed. However, I tried looking up this information on the internet to see the validity of it, but I couldn't get any information, so I am not sure how true that is. And if it is true, it's a very sad and unfortunate law, in my opinion. So, despite the fact that I don't know how true that law is, all I know is that it has been 4 years now since Philile went missing, and her family is still left with no answers. And one thing I'm sure of is that there is definitely someone out there who knows or who has seen something. Because once again, there is no way Philile could have just vanished into thin air. I hope that one day the person or people who know what happened to Philile will come forward and report the case to the local authorities or the family, so that they could at least get closure, because that's the least the family deserves. Help us find Philile. If you have any information, please contact local authorities or call any of these numbers on your screen. That is going to be it for today's video. Goodbye.